You're watching Viewpoint. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. So, this is a big day for the Aam Aadmi Party. It is going to be interesting to watch what names are announced for the Chief Minister of Delhi, whose name, in fact, will be stamped as the final choice. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal is all set to meet Lieutenant Governor VK Saxena at 4:30 p.m. this afternoon. Before that, Arvind Kejriwal will be tendering his resignation. He and the name of the next Delhi chief minister will be announced. So the big question is, who will be the next CM? The announcement will be made after the conclusion of the AAP legislative party meeting, and this comes a day after Arvind Kejriwal held one-on-one meetings with the important names, with the members of the AAP's Political Affairs Committee, to be precise. And post those deliberations, in fact, what we understand is that Atishi's name has come up as the front runner. So, will Atishi then be announced as the next chief minister of Delhi remains to be seen. Atishi has, as of now, emerged as a front runner for the post. Earlier, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal had ruled out the possibility of former deputy CM and so-called second in command Manish Sisodia taking over. So that possibility is ruled out, and AAP becomes the natural. I beg your pardon. Atishi becomes the natural choice after Sisodia's name is eliminated. But yes, there are quite a few other names as well doing the rounds. A senior Aam Aadmi Party leader said that there will be two new entrants to the Council of Ministers as well, two new members in the cabinet. And this has been necessitated because Arvind Kejriwal's resignation will create one more vacancy on the seven-member body. So clearly there will be space for more announcements. So along with the name of the new chief minister, we are also hoping that two new entrants to the Council of Ministers may be announced. What we are going to do now is play out for you some of the reactions and some of the inputs that have come in on the latest developments. Some members have reacted to this resignation of Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, I'm going to play out what leaders have said ahead of the big announcement. Here it is.
अभी विधायक दल की मीटिंग बुलाई गई है और उसमें जैसा आप सब जानते हैं कि दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने ये ऐलान किया है कि जब तक जनता दोबारा उनको समर्थन दे करके जिताती नहीं है तब तक वो मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी पर नहीं बैठेंगे। तब तक के लिए पार्टी अपना जो है मुख्यमंत्री तय करेगी और उसके नेतृत्व में सरकार जो है काम करेगी।
सर, मुख्यमंत्री ये भी बताएंगे कि उन्होंने इस्तीफा क्यों दिया तमाम एमएलए को आज?
उनको क्यों दिया ये तो उस दिन भी सबको बता चुके हैं, लेकिन उन सभी पहलुओं पे चर्चा होगी और हम सब की कोशिश यही है कि नए मुख्यमंत्री सरकार मिलकर के काम करेगी और जनता का समर्थन लेकर के दिल्ली में पुनः अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के नेतृत्व में सरकार बनेगी।
गोपाल सर, पीएसी ने क्या यार्डस्टिक्स तय किए हैं नए मुख्यमंत्री के नाम के चयन के लिए?
वो अभी विधायक दल की बैठक में सबसे चर्चा होगी।
So the basic message is that everything will be decided in the legislative party meeting. That is what you just heard Gopal Rai say to the media as he was being questioned while he was on his way to that particular meeting. What is also important is that some of the political opponents, BJP members, have also given strong reactions. We'll try and play out one or two of those as well. What the BJP says about these new developments. Here's one reaction that has just come in.
आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता अब पार्टी के मेक ओवर में लग गए, पर वो भूल रहे हैं कि वो पार्टी का चेहरा जरूर बदल लें केजरीवाल, लेकिन अपना चाल और चरित्र नहीं बदल सकते। भ्रष्टाचार के जो काले धब्बे उनके दामन पर लगे हैं, उन धब्बों को अब ये मेक ओवर से साफ नहीं कर सकते। केजरीवाल ने भ्रष्टाचार किया है, वो दिल्ली की जनता के गुनहगार हैं, कल भी थे, आज भी हैं और कल भी रहेंगे। चेहरा बदलने से मैंने कहा कि इनका चाल और चरित्र नहीं बदलेगा। दिल्ली की जनता के लिए इन विधानसभा चुनावों में सिर्फ एक ही मुद्दा है, वो है केजरीवाल सरकार का भ्रष्टाचार। और वो भ्रष्टाचार इतना नीचे तक गया है कि आप उसकी लंबी फहरिस्त है। मैं पूछता हूँ केजरीवाल से कहाँ है स्पोर्ट्स यूनिवर्सिटी, कहाँ है वो सेना भर्ती स्कूल, एक नया अस्पताल अगर आपने खोला हो तो? कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ दिल्ली की जनता को लूटा है और दिल्ली की जनता को ठगने का काम केजरीवाल ने किया। नैतिकता नाम की कोई चीज होती ना तो जिस दिन गिरफ्तार हुए थे उसी दिन इस्तीफा देते, पर नैतिकता का जो निम्न स्तर है वो अरविंद केजरीवाल दिखा रहे हैं कि 5 महीने जेल में रहने के बाद आज वो कह रहे हैं कि हम ईमानदारी का सर्टिफिकेट, हम नैतिकता दिखा रहे हैं। दिखानी तो उस दिन दिखाते जिस दिन आप गिरफ्तार हुए थे, लेकिन नहीं, आप शराब घोटाले में भ्रष्टाचारी हैं, आपने घोटाला किया है और अब नैतिकता नाम की कोई चीज़ नहीं है। तो कल भी हमने कहा एक मजबूरी के तहत उनको छोड़ना पड़ा, लेकिन इनको जवाब देना पड़ेगा शराब घोटाले के बारे में, शीश महल के बारे में, जल बोर्ड के बारे में, पैनिक बटन के बारे में, और दिल्ली को जिस तरह से लूटने का काम किया है शिक्षा और बिजली के मामले में, उन सब का जवाब देना।
BJP has been, of course, raising these issues time and again about the Sheesh Mahal controversy, where you had. Let's listen in to another AAP spokesperson, what they have to say on
देखिए,
this.
नाम कोई भी हो सकता है, नाम हमारे लिए कभी इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं रहा आम आदमी पार्टी वालों के लिए। जहाँ तक ये खुशी की बात है कि दिल्ली को आज एक नया सीएम मिलेगा, पर हमारे को इस बात का भी दुख है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को भाजपा के षड्यंत्र के चलते एक अग्नि परीक्षा वो देने जाएंगे अपनी दिल्ली की जनता के बीच में, और हमारा हर संभव प्रयास होगा कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी जल्द से जल्द इस कुर्सी पर वापस बैठे।
बीजेपी से लेकर सवाल उठा रही है, आप लोग इस लाइन पे बोल रहे हैं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल के लिए किया जाएंगे। बीजेपी वीरेंद्र सचदेवा ने भी बयान दिया, उन्होंने कहा कि मुख्यमंत्री तो अरविंद केजरीवाल ही रहेंगे, बैकवर्ड तो वही सरकार चलाएंगे, सब इस तरह से नौटंकी होगी, किसी नए को बैठा दो और जो भी होगा उनका एक तरह से डोमेस्टिक सर्वेंट होगा।
देखिए, भाजपा की बातों पर ध्यान ना दें, हमें हर संभव प्रयास करना है कि दिल्ली को चौथी बार भी अरविंद केजरीवाल जी मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पर मिले, ताकि दिल्ली वालों को मिल रही हर सुविधा, चाहे मुफ्त बिजली, मुफ्त पानी, महिलाओं के लिए बस यात्रा, बुजुर्गों के लिए तीर्थ यात्रा, ये कंटिन्यूड रहे, क्योंकि भाजपा का प्रयास यही है कि किसी भी तरीके। थोड़ी देर में इसका हमें फैसला पता चल जाएगा। देखिए, थोड़ी देर में फैसला पता चल जाएगा। कल पीएसी की मीटिंग हुई, आज विधायक दल की मीटिंग है, सबकी सर्वसहमति से जो भी फैसला होगा वो आपके सामने होगा।
So that is the statement coming from AAP spokesperson. We will know, of course, by this afternoon who will be the new Chief Minister of Delhi. The announcement will be made, and that is what the Aam Aadmi Party has been reiterating. Just to tell our viewers here that at 4:30 p.m., Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal will meet the Lieutenant Governor and tender his resignation. Before that, the party will announce its new chief ministerial phase. The announcement will be made only after the conclusion of the AAP Legislative Party meeting, which, as I believe, is now underway. So this comes a day after Arvind Kejriwal held one-on-one meetings with some of the key leaders. There were discussions held with the members of the AAP's Political Affairs Committee. Post his deliberations, a few names have emerged as a front runner. Atishi's name is one of them. Earlier, Kejriwal ruled out the possibility of Manish Sisodia's taking over, and therefore a lot of speculation that Atishi then becomes the next choice. So senior Aam Aadmi Party leader also mentions that there could be announcement of 2 new entrants to the Council of Ministers. Will that also happen today? Remains to be seen. A lot of big developments that we are hoping we'll be able to bring you up to speed with. Let's in fact also listen to some more reactions that we have coming in ahead of that legislative party meeting of the Aam Aadmi Party. We had a senior leader of the party, Saurav Bharadwaj, reacting to the latest state of affairs. I'm trying to just see if we can have Saurav Bharadwaj's statement playing out for you. So here is AAP leader and Delhi minister Saurav Bharadwaj statement.
ये सवाल जरूर चल रहा है कि मुख्यमंत्री कौन नया बनेगा, मगर मैं आपको एक पूरी जिम्मेदारी के हिसाब से बता रहा हूँ, ये बात कोई मायने नहीं रखती कि कौन आदमी उस मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी पे बैठेगा, क्योंकि मैंडेट अरविंद केजरीवाल का है। जनता ने अरविंद केजरीवाल को चुना है। अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कह दिया कि जब तक जनता मुझे दोबारा नहीं चुनेगी मैं इस कुर्सी पे नहीं बैठूंगा। तो कुर्सी तो अरविंद केजरीवाल की इस 5 साल भी है और आने वाले 5 साल में भी होगी। इस 2-3 महीने की वैल्यू इतनी है, या शायद 1 महीने की, कि जब तक केंद्र सरकार चुनाव नहीं कराती, चुनाव आयोग चुनाव नहीं कराता, जो हम चाहते हैं जल्द से जल्द हो जाए, तब तक हम में से एक साथी उस कुर्सी पे बैठेगा। ऐसे बैठेगा जैसे भरत भगवान राम के सिंहासन पे खुद ना बैठ के उनकी खड़ाव रख के जो है शासन चलाते थे, ऐसा है।
हमें से एक साथी मतलब वो अभी मौजूदा मंत्रिमंडल का कोई आदमी हो सकता है?
देखिए, वो मौजूदा मंत्री भी हो सकता है, वो मौजूदा विधायक भी हो सकता है, कोई भी हो सकता है। और कल जो है मुख्यमंत्री जी ने पीएसी के सदस्यों से और मंत्रिमंडल के सदस्यों से लंबी चर्चा की, सबसे अलग अलग चर्चा की, और आज विधायकों से जो है एक चर्चा होगी, और हो सकता है कि उस चर्चा के बाद कोई नाम सामने आ जाए।
आपने कई जगह कहा थी कि किसी का नाम ज़्यादा चल रहा है।
देखिए मैंने, अब कोई आदमी मुझे अपने टीवी स्टूडियो में बिठा के बोले कि साहब आप भी मुख्यमंत्री हैं, आपका नाम भी चल रहा है, तो मैंने उनको बोला मेरा नाम नहीं चल रहा है। बाकायदा वो कई नाम चला रहे थे, तो मैंने कहा हाँ ये सब नाम चल रहे हैं, और आप ही लोगों के माध्यम से जो है ये नाम सुनाई देते हैं, कभी अखबारों में सुनाई देते हैं, कभी टीवी में सुनाई देते हैं, और मुझे लगता है अच्छा है। कई नामों का चलना जो है एक स्वस्थ प्रजातांत्रिक परंपरा के लिए बहुत अच्छा है, और मुझे लगता है कि इसमें कोई एतराज़ नहीं होना चाहिए किसी को।
लेकिन वो सब आकलन है, और अभी जैसा आपने कहा कि अगले 1 महीने 1 साल या 2 साल के लिए जो भी सीएम बनेगा, उस मामले में क्योंकि अभी उप राज्यपाल को बीजेपी समय से लगातार खींचा तानी रही, सीएम का गोल मेरे कभी आपकी बात हो, आतिशी की बात हो, तो क्या आप लोग चाहेंगे कि ऐसा कोई नया व्यक्ति
देखिए
मुख्यमंत्री के साथ कोई विवाद ना हो जिसके साथ?
मैं आपको और आपके माध्यम से सारी जनता को बताना चाहता हूँ, विनय सक्सेना जी अगर एलजी ना होके किसी, मान लीजिए किसी कॉरपोरेट कंपनी के अंदर एक अफसर होते और अरविंद केजरीवाल मुख्यमंत्री होते, तो उनका क्या झगड़ा था? कुछ नहीं होता। विनय सक्सेना जी और उनसे पहले जो एलजी रहे, या आज की तारीख में जो भी गवर्नर केंद्र सरकार बनाती है, वो लगातार चुने हुए मुख्यमंत्रियों से लड़ते हैं, कामों को रोकते हैं, चाहे वो बंगाल का मामला हो, पंजाब के अंदर आपने देखा कि कानूनों को रोक रखा था, सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाके जो है बिल पास कराए गए, केरल के अंदर भी यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई। तो इसके अंदर अरविंद केजरीवाल व्यक्तिगत तौर पे और विनय सक्सेना जी के व्यक्तिगत तौर पे इनकी क्या केमिस्ट्री, इसकी कोई मायने ही नहीं है। उनको एक मैंडेट है केंद्र सरकार की तरफ से कि आपको दिल्ली के काम रोकने हैं। जो नालायक अफसर हैं उनको अच्छे विभागों में रख के उनकी नालायकी को नज़रअंदाज करना है। वो अगर काम रोकते हैं तो भी उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई नहीं करनी है, बार बार कहने पर भी उन पर कार्रवाई नहीं करनी है, अच्छे अफसरों को तबादले कर देने हैं। तो ये उनका मैंडेट है, वे व्यक्तिगत तौर पे कोई ना बुरे होंगे।
So Saurabh Bharadwaj, they are making a clear point that there is a mandate, there is a agenda to scuttle the work of the Aam Aadmi Party. And that is what he's just pointed out as well. He also says something very interesting where he says that it just doesn't matter whose name is announced, because it will be Arvind Kejriwal who will be holding the power, which means that the name that we will hear today will end up being a dummy chief minister. Arvind Kejriwal will remain in power de facto, is what Saurabh Bharadwaj is saying. Now, just to bring our viewers up to speed, earlier we saw AAP MLA Kuldeep Kumar arriving for the party's legislative meeting, and when asked questions about who he thinks could be the next chief minister, he said there are no details available, things will be decided in the meeting. But as it turns out that after the one-on-one meet with the PAC members that Arvind Kejriwal held last evening, it seems Atishi's name has emerged as the front runner. But we will have to wait for a confirmation, for an official announcement. Also, we have an update here about Arvind Kejriwal deciding to vacate his civil lines home in a few weeks after stepping down. This is going to be a very watched out event, because remember, this is the same bungalow which has been the cause of controversy, with BJP raising questions on the cost of renovation that it underwent in 2020, 2021, and also alleging procedural irregularities, the Sheesh Mahal controversy that was haunting Arvind Kejriwal. So we are given to understand that he will be vacating this bungalow after he tenders his resignation. He's been living in the Flagstaff Road bungalow since 2015 when he took over as the chief minister. We are waiting for the big announcement that is likely to happen at 12 noon in a few minutes from now. The name of the new CM will be announced at the party headquarters after the legislative party meeting. Now, what we are also given to understand is that several AAP leaders have commented on this issue, saying work will continue as it has been, and the new chief minister will also be mandated to continue what Arvind Kejriwal was doing. In fact, Saurabh Bharadwaj says it does not matter who sits on the CM chair because the mandate was for Arvind Kejriwal. The public chose Kejriwal. He has said that he will not sit on the CM chair until people give him a clearance, a clean certificate, as it were, post election. So that is the announcement that Arvind Kejriwal made. In fact, I'm going to play out a part of that speech that Arvind Kejriwal gave after his release from jail. He made an impassioned speech talking about how he is not going to sit in the chief minister's chair unless and until the public gives him a clean sheet. Let's listen into a little bit of that.
के आजादी के दिवस के ऊपर दिल्ली का मुख्यमंत्री दिल्ली सरकार की तरफ से झंडा फहराता है। मैंने एलजी साहब को 3 दिन पहले चिट्ठी लिखी, 15 के 3 दिन पहले, कि एलजी साहब, मैं चूंकि जेल में हूं, मेरी जगह आतिशी जी को झंडा फहराने की इजाजत दी जाए। कुछ गलत तो नहीं लिखा? वो चिट्ठी मेरी एलजी साहब तक नहीं पहुंचाई गई, मुझे चिट्ठी वापस करी गई और मेरे को ये वार्निंग जारी की गई। ये वार्निंग भी लेके आया हूं, जिंदगी भर साथ रखूंगा ये मेरे को वार्निंग दी गई कि दूसरी बार अगर आपने एलजी साहब को चिट्ठी लिखने की हिम्मत करी तो आपके साथ जो फैमिली मुलाकात होती है हर हफ्ते, वो फैमिली मुलाकात बंद कर दी जाएगी। खिलाफ बड़े बड़े षड्यंत्रों के खिलाफ केवल आम आदमी पार्टी में ताकत है जो आज इनका सामना कर रही है। इनको लगा केजरीवाल के हौसले तोड़ देंगे। आज मैं आपके सामने खड़ा हूं और मैं पूरे विश्वास के साथ कह रहा हूं कि जेल के इन 150-200 दिन जो मैं जेल में रहा, इन दिनों ने मेरे हौसले को और 100 गुना बढ़ा दिया है, कम करने की बजाय। ये लोग पूछते हैं कि केजरीवाल जब जेल में था इसने इस्तीफा क्यों नहीं दिया? जेल में से सीएम के पद से इस्तीफा क्यों नहीं दिया? मैंने इस्तीफा इसलिए नहीं दिया क्योंकि मैं देश के जनतंत्र को बचाना चाहता था। इन्हें जो इतने फॉर्मूले बना रखे हैं, एमएलए तोड़ दो, पार्टियां तोड़ दो, एमएलए खरीद लो, डरा दो, अब एक फॉर्मूला और इन्होंने नया बनाया है। जहां जहां ये चुनाव हारे वहां के मुख्यमंत्री पे फर्जी केस करके उसको गिरफ्तार कर लो और उसकी सरकार गिरा दो। अगर मैं इस्तीफा दे देता, अगर मैं हेमंत सोरेन साहब ने इस्तीफा दिया, मैं भी इस्तीफा दे देता, इन्होंने सीतारमैया पे भी अभी केस किया है, इस सीतारमैया साहब के ऊपर। इन्होंने पिनाराई विजयन के ऊपर भी केस कर रखे हैं, ममता दीदी के ऊपर केस कर रखे हैं। ये एक ऑपोजिशन के मुख्यमंत्री को नहीं छोड़ते, एक एक को पकड़ के फर्जी केस कर करके उनको जेल में डाल देते और एक एक की सरकार गिरा देते। मैं जेल में गया, अभी 10 दिन पहले सुप्रीम कोर्ट की एक बेंच ने पूछा सरकार से कि जेल के अंदर से सरकार क्यों नहीं चल सकती। बड़ा आप लोगों ने अखबार में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पूछा है केंद्र सरकार से कि जेल के अंदर से सरकार क्यों नहीं चल सकती, तो जेल के अंदर से सरकार साबित कर दिया हमने। अब मैं देश के सारे नॉन बीजेपी मुख्यमंत्रियों से हाथ जोड़ के विनती करना चाहता हूं, अब अगर प्रधानमंत्री जी हिम्मत करें आप पे फर्जी केस करके आपको जेल में डालें, इस्तीफा मत देना, किसी हालत में इस्तीफा मत देना। जेल से सरकार चलाना हम सबको मिलके, ऐसा नहीं कि हम पद के लालची हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि मुख्यमंत्री पद हमारे लिए महत्वपूर्ण है, इसलिए क्योंकि हमारे लिए हमारा संविधान जरूरी है, हमारा देश जरूरी
news has just come in fact, that Atishi is the new Delhi chief minister, and her name has been announced after the legislative meeting. The Aam Aadmi Party has elected Atishi as their leader, which effectively means that she will now be the new CM. She's expected to take oath of office at around 4:30 p.m. following Arvind Kejriwal's resignation to the Delhi Lieutenant Governor. Atishi holds the highest number of portfolios, including education, finance, revenue, law, and recently she had been nominated to hoist the tricolor on Independence Day in his stead. And at that point of time, it was, of course, said that should there be an occasion where Arvind Kejriwal will have to be replaced, the successor obviously would be Atishi, and that is exactly what has happened. It was earlier this request for Atishi to hoist the tricolor was rejected by the LG, and Kailash Gehlot had to do so. And you heard Arvind Kejriwal mention that in the speech that I just played out. Now, party sources say that Atishi has a good rapport with officials. She knows how to get work done. Earlier, Kejriwal also ruled out the possibility of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's taking over. So, finally, a stamp of approval for Atishi as the next Delhi chief minister. We are waiting to get more information on this, more details on this. But as of now, that's the latest that we are tracking here on Free Press Journal. You're watching us live on YouTube. Number of statements coming in on whether Arvind Kejriwal will still hold power, and the person whose name is announced will only, after all, be a dummy chief minister. This is what the political opponents have been saying. Do remember that Arvind Kejriwal will have to vacate his bungalow. The Sheesh Mahal, which created so much controversy, will be vacated. And this is something that AAP also, it seems, have revealed, that there will be about a couple of weeks' time before Arvind Kejriwal vacates the bungalow. That is an event that will be closely watched. It will also, in some way, try and take the focus away from the Sheesh Mahal controversy. The BJP has been hitting out at the Aam Aadmi Party for the Sheesh Mahal controversy, along with, of course, the corruption charges that Arvind Kejriwal has been implicated in. The party is at the moment fighting anti-incumbency as well. The party has been powerful for 3 terms. Earlier speculation was around whether elections will be held in November along with Maharashtra. We don't know yet whether Delhi elections will be held in November. Chances are that it will be held in February as per schedule. But until then, Atishi will be holding fort as the Delhi chief minister. Will the party play on the Kejriwal factor? That is something that a lot of political analysts and experts are talking about, that Arvind Kejriwal will use the fact that he was jailed as a matter that as a reason to draw sympathy from the voters. And you heard that speech where he is clearly indicating that people of Delhi will give the final verdict on whether he is guilty or not, and depending on that, he will hold the chair of the chief minister, and he will not sit on that chair until he gets a clearance from the people of Delhi. So these are the inputs that are coming in as of now. I'm going to play out some of the reactions that we earlier got on the issue of the new chief minister of Delhi. In fact, I'm trying to see if we can get some of the top leaders of the party and their reaction to it. Announcement has already been made that Atishi will be the new chief minister of Delhi. Arvind Kejriwal had made certain indications to that effect. I asked senior leader, senior journalist Ashutosh, on what he thinks, who he thinks would be the next chief minister. And at that point of time, he said
that this man and this woman will be the chief minister. Everybody will fall in line. Maybe a minor resentment here and there, but that's bound to happen. I'm not guessing who is going to be the chief minister, because frankly speaking, I do not have the information, and these are the decisions which is taken in secrecy, and many people are not even privy to those kind of information. I do not have the information, so I will not indulge into any kind of kite flying. But yes, as he has said, there will be a new chief minister, and it's again, it's too late. When he was going to jail, if he had resigned at that point of time, would have elected a new leader. And after coming back, if he had resumed his duties, resumed the constitutional duties, it would have been different thing. My only submission is, winning, losing is not important. You can't play with the constitution of this country just in the name of politics. You can't. Every time we indulge into theatre, that is not going to help. Don't play with the constitution, because it is because of this Narendra Modi and his government is severely criticized. And if somebody who has been swearing by the constitution, has been putting Baba Saheb Ambedkar's picture behind him on the wall, and you yourself is playing with the constitution, then even if wins or loses, he has become the prime minister. At least I am not I'm not somebody who will endorse this act. This was a gross violation of the constitution, and I will call it as a constitutional sin which he has committed, and the country will not forget it in the near future.
Is Aam Aadmi Party isolated within the India Alliance? You referred to it in a bit.
I don't think so. I don't think that he's isolated.
They're
I
not
don't
able
think
to get allies. They did not ally with Congress in Haryana. They have
no,
the
no, no,
sense
no,
of
no.
confidence to go alone.
See, alliance building is not a one-way affair. It's a two-way affair. Both the parties have to clap together. If the one party
So I'm going to now go across to Ruben Mascarenas, who is joining us now live on the program. Hi, good afternoon, Ruben. Thank you for giving us time. Let's begin then and ask you about the new name that has now emerged. So Atishi will be holding fort until such time that elections are held in Delhi.
No, I think Atishi has been elected chief minister by the Aam Aadmi Party legislature party, and that is historic. Atishi is one of our brightest and best. She is an Oxford graduate. She's a Chevening scholar. She's a Rhodes scholar. And she is extremely good at whatever she does. I've had the opportunity of working with her previously with regards to policy in the run up to the Delhi elections, the first time in 2013, then in 2015. We saw the good work that she did as the architect of Delhi's education revolution. She painstakingly made sure the apparatus actually delivered. And now, as chief minister, I'm reasonably confident she will ace her new responsibility. It's a proud day for all of us in the Aam Aadmi Party, and I'm all smiles.
So now the elections will be fought under the leadership of Atishi. She's clearly going to be in the forefront. And that is a huge responsibility as well. She's taking over at a very critical time for the party.
No, absolutely. I mean, Atishi is an iron woman. We have seen her leadership shine, especially in moments of adversity. We saw how, despite the chief minister and the entire top brass of the party being incarcerated under what is now clearly a fake case, with the Supreme Court actually saying that there is not an iota of evidence against Arvind Kejriwal. The Supreme Court saying that the ED and CBI essentially acted with bias. So these are all what the courts are saying. And despite such a conspiracy to finish us off, right? Because we're the guys who disrupted Indian politics in just 11 years to actually establish your party, go from the region of your origin, contest elections in a totally different state, get MLAs elected in itself. Is a great feat, and that is why the BJP was all out to finish us. And Atishi led the government really well. I know Atishi is a workaholic. She is a taskmaster. Who better than me to know that? But that said, I think this is really, really, really exciting. That the fact that
but we're told there are seniors in the party
can actually no. I think this is more about the fact that. Who was Atishi 10 years ago? Nobody knew who Atishi was. She was a bright young person who essentially had come down after her studies abroad. But the Aam Aadmi Party allows that kind of upward mobility, and that is something which we all are proud about as APians, that one of us, that one of India's brightest and best is today the Chief Minister of Delhi, and I'm sure she'll do justice to Delhi's mandate of good governance.
But tell me, there are seniors in the party. There is Kailash Gehlot, there is a Gopal Rai, who's way senior to Atishi as a leader, as a politician. Isn't this also going to create some amount of disgruntlement? Will there be internal differences and seniors having to report to a junior leader like Atishi?
No. I think this senior and junior has never existed in the Aam Aadmi Party. Yes, there are senior leaders. Yes, we respect senior leaders. But by and large, even when we work with Arvind, he is accessible to all of his volunteers. and it's broadly a flat structure. So I think the hierarchy, that there is a high command and the high command takes a decision and everybody else falls in place, that's not how it is here at the Aam Aadmi Party. We do
Are
things
you sure
differently.
about that? Because
I'm sure about that. Look.
Kejriwal's word is the final word, and the
No, let me
legislative
explain.
party meeting, after all, is a formality, isn't it?
No, not at all. Let me explain. You had Vijay Rupani unceremoniously kicked out of the chief minister's position just because he bought a helicopter post-COVID, and Narendra Modi takes a decision one day and it's implemented by the evening, right? That's exactly how Rupani was sacked. We didn't do that. We went through the process. Even when Kejriwal made that announcement, it came as a shock to all of us. And thereafter, there was a meeting with the PAC. There was a PAC meeting which deliberated for a long time. And post that, I believe the CLP, the legislative party has just finished its sitting. So we follow processes. And I don't think people will see this as an affront. We all
You're saying there was a
Arvind
consensus
we
within
all
the
are
party.
Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party's volunteers. We share his vision of a better India, of an India without avoidable suffering and unutilized potential. And as long as we are doing good work, all of these things won't really matter. I think it's a non-issue.
You see, Ruben, this is an important decision for more ways than one. This is also like having a name now to be the successor of Arvind Kejriwal. You know, once something of this sort of a precedence is set, it does become a message. So you are saying that there is complete consensus within the party, no chance of any cracks, no disgruntlement among other leaders who may be harboring ambition for that position to be Kejriwal's successor?
No, but I think we need to get out of this typical, okay, there is a party, there is a fight, there is jostling, etc., etc. Yes, everybody has an ambition in the party. I'm not denying that. But that said, we are committed to Arvind Kejriwal's vision. Let's not forget what all did the BJP do. The BJP tried to buy MLAs off. The BJP tried to come up with Operation Lotus. The BJP tried everything in the world to break our party. But other than 2 or 3 individuals, a bulk of the people, everybody has stayed together. The party has been able to keep everybody intact. So all said and done, I think more than worrying about ambitions being thwarted or people feeling slighted, we are very happy. We're very happy that one of us, somebody that we worked with, somebody so approachable, somebody so excellent with whatever she does, an absolute taskmaster. We're very happy that now we have a young, a woman chief minister in Delhi, and it's going to be fantastic. I think she's going to take governance to the next level, and we are super excited and super happy to look forward to her leadership in our Delhi government.
Let's talk about the upcoming elections then. Of course, your talks for an alliance with the Congress in Haryana failed. So you are fighting all 90 seats in Haryana by yourself. The Delhi elections this time is going to be watched very closely for a number of reasons. Firstly, whether the Kejriwal factor will become a big factor. Are you hoping to encash on the Kejriwal factor primarily? Because there are experts who also say there is no Kejriwal factor this time around. He's lost much of his sheen because of the corruption charges, because of the Sheesh Mahal issue.
No, Afrida, you're a journalist and you're asking the right questions, and let me try and give you the right answers. So when it comes to Arvind is one of India's tallest leaders. Despite the fact that we are in power in only 2 states and have MLAs in another 2 states, namely Gujarat and Goa, when Arvind Kejriwal speaks, not only does the political spectrum listen, everybody listens, right? That is the kind of engagement that Arvind Kejriwal has had over the years, right? So all said and done, we have a very tall leader in Arvind Kejriwal's leadership. And we've always had naysayers. We've always had people very quick to write our epitaph. After 2013, people wrote us off. After 2015, people wrote us off. After 2020, people wrote us off. People wrote us off just a few weeks ago. So all said and done, let's understand the previous Lok Sabha elections. We had our entire leadership behind bars. We had the BJP's propaganda machine unleashed against us. And look at the disproportionality. Like on one hand, the BJP thinks that look, we are absolutely nobodies, at least going by their narrative. And on the other hand, the kind of focus that they've basically brought on the Aam Aadmi Party, which is a relatively young party and which is the newest national party. So all said and done, we're very proud of the fact that we have Arvind Kejriwal as a leader. He is going, as he said, and let me quote him. He said, "I have got bail from the judiciary, and now I will basically go to the People's Court. And I think
I want to ask you on that. I
is-
want to ask you
no, but
on
I think,
that.
no, but on that, see, Arvind Kejriwal has basically been a master organization builder. He is somebody who knows the power of communication and is somebody who a lot of people connect with India's hope of literally an advocate of the downtrodden. And that is typically how every election, when we
That did
had
not
all
reflect
parties
in the
stacked
Lok
up.
Sabha election results. That did not reflect in the Lok
You-
Sabha election results.
he gets
There
only
was a
3 weeks.
slogan.
No, he
Jail
gets
ka
only 3
badla
weeks.
vote se did not work. Okay, let's set that aside. Let's go by what
And
you
I
just said.
acknowledge. No. 1 minute. The jail ka jawab vote se may have not worked for the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, but it has worked for the India Alliance everywhere. So when we speak of Arvind Kejriwal, he is not just Aam Aadmi
Your
Party's
slogan
top
worked for
leader.
others. That's even worse.
No, but he
isn't
did.
it?
But
Even
no,
worse it
Akhilesh
is.
Yadav has said. Akhilesh Yadav has gone on record. Prashant Kishore has gone on record to actually say what Arvind Kejriwal said and did with regards to campaigning has had a far outsized impact than just
Yes,
Delhi.
not
and
a
Punjab.
single seat in Delhi. Anyway, let's come to this now. What you said about Arvind Kejriwal
But
seeking a
I won't say.
clearance
No.
from the
Let's
people.
understand.
Let
All
me
of
let me
this.
come to Kejriwal's statement because you are harping on it very strongly. He is saying I am going for the Agni Pariksha. Basically, Mr. Kejriwal now says that until the people give me a clearance or basically votes me back, I will not sit in the chief minister's chair. Why this delayed sense of morality? Why didn't this sense of morality kick in when he was arrested? What has changed? That why the timing is chosen like in this manner? Can you
No, 1
explain?
minute. 1 minute. There's no delayed sense of morality here. The Aam Aadmi Party. Let's not forget when we speak about the BJP. The BJP had a Bangaru Lakshman who was caught on camera taking money, doing defense deals, and compromising the defense of this country. Who was prosecuted after that. So the BJP should be the last people to speak about a delayed morality. Let's understand. This is not about morality. This is purely about strategy. And the only person who can defeat Modi is Arvind Kejriwal. We've
What is the
demonstrated that.
strategy, Ruben? Please explain the strategy. What strategy was it to announce resignation now and
Go
not
to
at
the
the time of
people.
arrest?
No, to go to the people. To go to the people. With this entire propaganda that the BJP thinks that it's just basically going to use its IT cell. It's going to use a very Goebbels kind of an approach and essentially कीचड़ उछालो कुछ तो चिपकेगा. That is not working. And Arvind Kejriwal will go to the people. And we are saying that we are ready for elections now. We are saying you prepone the elections. We are saying you do the elections right now. And that is the Aam Aadmi Party. We are not saying you delay things, you give us some time, and we have something else up our sleeve. No, we are saying we'll go to the people, and we'll go to the people right now. So it's about our timing, and I think
Are you also
as a political
hoping
party,
to
we are allowed to be
weaponize
strategic
the
about our timing.
resignation? Are you also hoping to weaponize, like many leaders have done in the past? Let's face it, to draw that sympathy, to play that victim card, use this resignation as something that will work in your favor. Are you hoping in Haryana and in Delhi in favor of Arvind Kejriwal?
No, but Afrida, I mean, here the victim, this is not about my imaginary, my imagination about myself, right? This is the courts have said, you look at the order, para number 26 says that there's not a shred of evidence against Arvind Kejriwal. In the ED case, the Supreme Court has said that clearly the ED has acted with bias. This is not me saying. That. And finally, the Supreme Court says that the CBI has basically acted as a cage parrot and reminded them of the court's same comment of 2013. So all said and done, it's not us who are playing victim. I think Arvind Kejriwal is India's hope. He is an advocate of the downtrodden. The people of Delhi look forward to his leadership, and we're all excited to take this battle in the people's court. It's as simple as that. So it's not something very complex, or it's not something that we wish to weaponize, but we wish to go to the people. We wish to tell the people this is what the Modi government is. This is what the Modi government's doing to its political opponents. This is exactly a tin pot dictatorship, sadly, that the Modi government has become.
So, your former member of the Aam Aadmi Party, Ashutosh, writes today that this is theatrics, this is a last-ditch effort because Kejriwal has realized that the territory is slipping. So now to somehow salvage the situation, he had no option but to resign because any further delay would not look good on him. So what he says is that he's trying to portray as a martyr, victimized by a powerful system. That is the message that Arvind Kejriwal wants to go with. But the reality is that he was imprisoned for a crime that, in a way, there is because the excise policy was withdrawn, so that gives
He was an
enough
under trial. No. Please correct yourself, madam. He was an under trial. He was not imprisoned for a crime, as in he's not convicted.
Yeah, I mean, he was an under trial. I'm saying that because the excise policy was withdrawn, there seems to have been some wrongdoing that the Aam Aadmi Party cannot deny was happening. Otherwise, why would you withdraw, right? So what your a senior journalist there is saying, that this is theatrics to salvage the party. मतलब दिल्ली भी हाथ से निकलता हुआ दिख रहा है, तो कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. So therefore, this resignation and the theatrics and the moral high ground will work in your favor. That's the hope. That's the hope that.
No, not at all. So two things very quickly. The excise policy was withdrawn not because there was a sense of wrongdoing. Let's understand that. The excise policy was withdrawn because neither could you come up with the shops under the new policy, nor did the BJP and its previous cartel allow the implementation of the new policy. So understand what had happened. On one hand, you cannot have two concurrent regimes at the same time, and that is essentially why it was withdrawn. Let's understand that. We are very clear about it. The Supreme Court has essentially ruled in our favor. That's point one. Point two, I feel so sorry for Ashutosh. I mean, I worked with him. I have the good fortune of working very closely with him. I think it's a case of grapes turned sour for him. So that's all I'll respond for his remark. It's sad that somebody who shared our vision is now so bitter that everything looks tainted. So, I mean, best wishes to him. But that said, I think let's look at the bigger picture. Let's look at the fact that far from weaponizing this arrest or anything of that sort, here is the Aam Aadmi Party, whom the BJP tried to put an end to. It has not succeeded. Arvind Kejriwal has emerged stronger, and you're now seeing an Aam Aadmi Party 2.0. And I'm on this channel mentioning this. This is Aam Aadmi Party 1.0 from Delhi expanded to other states. In Punjab, we won. In Gujarat and Goa, we got a sizable vote percentage and got MLAs elected. So now you're seeing an Aam Aadmi Party 2.0, and you're going to still see the next round of expansion per se. So this is really excited times. It is not as though Delhi mein nahi chal rahi. Nahi, Delhi, we are going to win Delhi again resoundingly. Each time that Arvind Kejriwal has gone to its people in the state election, in the last three elections, we have won with resounding.
I am sure the party is hoping that it will come back with a resounding victory, following the same pattern of 2015 and 2020. Lok Sabha mein jo bhi ho, Assembly mein you all have come out with massive majority. I'm sure AAP is hoping the same will repeat itself again this time around. Before I come to that, Ruben, I want to ask you what the Congress is saying. If you heard Mr. Sandeep, who of course had made a statement earlier, that AAP is only in states where Congress is there. They are not contesting in states. They are not there in UP. They're not there in Tamil Nadu. Jahan Congress ka game chal raha hai, wahi AAP is there to ruin it for Congress and help BJP. Haryana mein bhi wahi hoga, BJP ka madad ho jayega. So this is what Congress is saying, that why are they only competing in states where Congress is strong? Why are they not there in West Bengal, for instance?
No. So our existence doesn't revolve around the Congress. Our existence revolves around the Aam Aadmi. Let me correct you. We were in Uttar Pradesh. We tried for an alliance in the previous election. It didn't materialize, and we did contest. Whatever we contested, we contested. Of course, it was not. Let me finish. I'm just saying this assumption that the Aam Aadmi Party is only in the Congress state and only in that so-called Congress state that we contest, and then it is because of us that the Congress can then get an excuse to lay their defeat. No, 1 minute. Let me finish. We contested. No, let me finish. We contested Uttar Pradesh. We contested Maharashtra previously on a very small proportion. We are again contesting Maharashtra this time too. And we said that. We publicly made an announcement to that effect. So our existence doesn't revolve around the Congress. That's one. And second is, I would like to ask the Congress needs to get out of this colonial idea that somehow the vote bank is somehow their legacy and, they have some control over it. No, that's not how it works. The vote is not owned Afrida, the vote is earned, and the Aam Aadmi Party has earned its vote. It is India's youngest national party, and we have every right in the world to contest wherever we have to. This idea that we somehow need to be beholden to the Congress, I mean, who cares? Let the Congress do what it has to with its organization. What we are concerned with is the country. What we are concerned with is good governance. What we are concerned with is concerns of the Aam Aadmi, and that's about it.
Why do you want elections to happen immediately in October, November to minimize the period of the takeover chief minister, or why do you feel, or you want to encash on this particular momentum right now?
Afrida, we've put the battle. We put the ball into the election commission's court. We have said we are ready for elections. Please, by all means, the earliest window to that effect, because notifications, and again, there's a logic behind that. Under the Representation of People's Act, you need to give 45 days of notice, and hence, because 45 days of notice haven't been given from Maharashtra, perhaps you can club this election there. So we are ready to go. We are ready to go to the people, right? I mean, if there are elections today, the Aam Aadmi Party will win. But that said, we are ready. We are ready. It's not about 1 month or 2 months or Atishi being caretaker chief minister. No, I think Atishi is the chief minister. She's not caretaker chief minister. This is not a lame duck government. We have a super majority in Delhi's assembly, and we will continue to work irrespective of whatever the LG says or does or tries to put obstacles in our work. I mean, you've been seeing what Atishi has been doing. Despite the fact that our own IS officers don't come to our meeting, you should see Saurabh Bhardwaj address the press, saying that this is for the first time in the history of independent India. You actually have cabinet ministers. You have cabinet ministers whose meetings the IS officers don't come to. But despite that, Atishi has made sure that the government machinery still functions, irrespective of however inefficient it may be with regards to the obstacles that are being put. So we've delivered. We've not cried that, hey, we are not being allowed to work. We actually went there and still delivered.
Tell me, Saurabh Bharadwaj, if you hear his last comment, doesn't seem to be very excited with Atishi's name being stamped upon. He says, "Koi bhi bane chief minister, Arvind Kejriwal ke haath mein power rahega." So it seems that, of course, it would cause a lot of heartburn to.
Frida, now you're trying to read the tea leaves. No. I mean,
both. Is it true? I know. Is it going to be just a lame duck CM, or will Atishi actually exercise some power?
Chief minister is not even a caretaker chief minister. Atishi is a chief minister. She is a chief minister right now. She has full powers, full responsibility, full dignity, full honor as the constitutional position of the chief minister carries. So I think let's not read the tea leaves, or let's not create something out of nothing. We are all proud colleagues, and we're very proud of the fact that we have a woman chief minister in Delhi. It's a proud day for all of us at the Aam Aadmi Party.
Was there also a conscious choice then to have a woman? Because again, a certain vote bank can be addressed with a woman chief minister, and it is very critical.
No, but let's understand. Who is the Aam Aadmi Party's vote bank? The Aam Aadmi Party's vote bank is every oppressed person. The Aam Aadmi Party's vote bank, and Arvind very clearly says that those who have less in life needs to have more in law, and that's basically been our approach. So I think this woman chief minister hai, woman vote hai, वगैरह वगैरह नहीं, and I stand by the fact. I'm a feminist.
भी कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट कर रहे हैं। आप कह रहे हैं ऐसा नहीं है कि आतिशी के पास कोई पावर नहीं रहेगा। सौरभ भारद्वाज कह रहे हैं कि पावर अरविंद केजरीवाल के पास रहेगा, नाम किसी का भी अनाउंस
नहीं। सौरभ भारद्वाज ने वो नहीं कहा। सौरभ भारद्वाज ने ये कहा है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल is our leader. No, I'll tell you.
Let me play it for you. Should I play it for you? Yeah, let me play it for you, because so that I'm not accused of misquoting him. I thought that there is a sort of a discord or unhappiness which is likely among colleagues, right? When you have a contemporary whose name is announced in this manner, there is a possibility that others who are probably also hoping to be in that game is not as happy. I'm trying to just locate that particular soundbite as I'm talking to you. Okay, this is Priti Menon. I think this is not the one I'm looking at. I'm just trying to. Sorry, Priyanka. Yeah. This is Priyanka Kakkar. This is not what I was looking at once. These, of course, are sound bites that are a little stale now, because these were statements made before the announcement of Atishi. So I am in fact going to play out what Saurabh Bharadwaj had to say, because I found it interesting that he should say something to the effect of, well, it doesn't matter because Arvind is the ultimate chief minister. So literally, admitting or sort of making a statement that whoever is named will just be a lame duck. That is something I felt. But now you have to hear this and tell me.
Sure. I'm not running away. I'm here. Very
Are
much
you
here.
able to hear it? Are you able to hear it?
No, I can't. I can't see the
Okay,
video
you are not
playing.
able to. One second. I'm still trying to. Can you hear it now?
No, it's not playing. Like previously, I could see Priyanka play. This is not
I'm
playing.
just going to make that work. I'll make that work. I have already queued it.
No, but while you're making that work, let me tell you, they're all colleagues. I think you're extrapolating a little too much. What he meant to essentially say, yes, Arvind Kejriwal is our leader. Yes, we were missing our leader, his vision, his foresight, and his guidance. And irrespective of whoever is the chief minister, Arvind Kejriwal will always be there to guide the Aam Aadmi Party and guide the government. So I don't see how is this taking away the gravitas of the responsibility given to any of the colleagues. I think he's saying that we are proud of the fact that we have a leader like Arvind Kejriwal. Most other parties don't even have a leader like Arvind Kejriwal. We do.
So here it is. Let's listen it.
मंत्री की कुर्सी पे बैठ, क्योंकि देखिए ये सवाल जरूर चल रहा है कि मुख्यमंत्री कौन नया बनेगा, मगर मैं आपको ये पूरी जिम्मेदारी के हिसाब से बता रहा हूँ, ये बात कोई मायने नहीं रखती कि कौन आदमी उस मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी पे बैठेगा, क्योंकि मैंडेट अरविंद केजरीवाल का है। जनता ने अरविंद केजरीवाल को चुना है। अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कह दिया कि जब तक जनता मुझे दोबारा नहीं चुनेगी मैं इस कुर्सी पे नहीं बैठूंगा। तो कुर्सी तो अरविंद केजरीवाल की इस 5 साल भी है और आने वाले 5 साल में भी होगी। इस 2-3 महीने की वैल्यू इतनी है, या शायद 1 महीने की, कि जब तक केंद्र सरकार चुनाव नहीं कराती, चुनाव आयोग चुनाव नहीं कराता, जो हम चाहते हैं जल्द से जल्द हो जाए, तब तक हम में से एक साथी उस कुर्सी पे बैठेगा। ऐसे बैठेगा जैसे भरत भगवान राम के सिंहासन पे खुद ना बैठ के उनकी खड़ाव रख के जो है शासन चलाते थे, ऐसा है।
तो ऐसा है, अभी बताइए। This is what I was referring to. I mean, there seems to be very little acceptance for the new name that is announced.
What he's,
because people are only
what he's
willing to
essentially
take orders from Arvind Kejriwal, not from anyone else.
Let me try and explain it for you. So what he's first saying is that the mandate was in the name of Arvind Kejriwal. And that's very clear.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, yeah.
The Aam Aadmi Party has a leader like Arvind Kejriwal. We've always gone to the people with him as our leader, and that is on whose name we've got the mandate. That's one thing. The second thing, what he's saying is that irrespective of whoever the leader is elected as chief minister, the fact of the matter is Arvind Kejriwal is our tallest leader, and we'll go to the people seeking a mandate in his name. So it's as simple as that. I don't see.
Chair in the meantime. He's saying that, right?
Sorry?
So he's saying one of us will sit in the chair in the meantime is inconsequential. Because I don't think you can miss that part. He's making it very clear. That's why I played it out, so that I should not be accused of any misquoting. I played it out.
No, I don't wrongly accuse you of things, Afrida. I'm a nice panelist as compared to
you're very
to the other panelists from your
show. Tell me.
I think all he's saying. I think all he's saying is that Arvind Kejriwal is our leader. We've got a mandate in his name. We will again go to the people in the upcoming elections with him as our leader. And irrespective of whoever is made chief minister, that doesn't take away the fact that it is Arvind Kejriwal who's our tallest leader, and it is under his leadership that we go to the people. That's all. So it doesn't make the responsibility inconsequential, right? Even if Bharat was sitting on the Singhasan, as he gave an example, Singhasan to nahi hai, this is a democracy, loktantra hai, but still Bharat was king na for that time. Similarly, if Atishi is chief minister, Atishi is chief minister na. There's no lame duck chief minister, there's no caretaker chief minister, there are no other adjectives to it. So thank you so much, Afrida. I need to leave.
Pleasure.
So
I will just take one last word from you on how many seats you think this time, because you obviously got big majorities last 2 elections. What is your take on how Aam Aadmi Party will perform in Delhi? The elections.
No, in Delhi, I think we're going to repeat. In Delhi, we are going to repeat our performance. The Aam Aadmi Party government has been extremely popular. The work that we've done with regards to world-class and free education, world-class and free healthcare, water, electricity, without corruption and without debt. Let me finish. Without corruption and without debt, it's a very popular government, And come the upcoming elections, I'm reasonably confident we'll be returned to office with a similar mandate.
All right. Ruben Mascarenas, thank you so much for joining us and giving us your views on the latest events. Thanks very much.